Let us understand some important properties of the hydrides of group 16 elements. So, right, means which are the hydrides of group 16 element? Then first hydride is H2O. Then the second hydride is H2S. Then H2 selenium, H2 tellurium, and the H2. So, sorry, this doesn't form the hydride. So these are the four hydrides: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, and tellurium hydride. So we are going to discuss some. I'm going to discuss some important properties regarding this hydride. The first property is dipole moment. Dipole moment of these hydrides. Then the second property is reducing capacity. Third is boiling point. Fourth is melting point. Okay, these are the four important properties which I am going to discuss with respect to these compounds. Means how it varies in the group. So let's go ahead. So first is a dipole moment. First is a dipole moment, mu. Okay, of the hydrides. Means we know that from the previous lecture, dipole moment mu is given as a q into distance. Okay, so we also know that from the previous knowledge that this mu is dependent on a charge, okay, and also the distance. Means uh, charge here will depend upon the electronegativity. More is the electronegativity difference, more will be the charge, and distance is about the bond length. Means this is something which is dependent on the electronegativity, and this is distance is dependent on the bond length. So as we go down the group, the bond length is going to increase because atomic size of the metal increases. As we go down the group, the electronegativity decreases. That's why the charge is going to decrease. But what we have to consider over here is the dominating factor will be the charge. Remember this. In the dipole moment, we always consider dominating factor. Dominating factor is charge, means it will total it will be dependent on this. So as we go down the group, the electronegativity decreases. So what will happen to the charge? The charge is going to decrease, right? So here, the if you want to write the dipole moments comparison, then H2O, oxygen is more electro if you talk about the electronegativity, then oxygen is the highly electronegative element compared to the other elements of the group: oxygen, then sulfur, then selenium, then tellurium, right? So since oxygen is comparatively more electronegative than the other, so there will be a charge distribution, will be charge separation. In the case of water will be more, means if I want to show the water molecule, then oxygen is this way, oxygen and two hydrogens. Since this is highly electronegative, this is partially negative, this is partially positive, right? And we will represent a dipole moment in this direction. We are going to represent a dipole in this direction, right? So what we are doing is we are representing this dipole moment, means it will depend on this negative charge is going to depend on the electronegativity. More is the electronegativity, more will be the negative charge, and so the dipole moment will be more. So H2O, then H2S, means sulfur is there, then these are the hydrogen H2S, same like a water. uh, this is partially positive, okay, these are the partially positive and this is partially negative. But the charge separation will be comparatively less than that of the water and for the subsequent element. So H2S, then H2 selenium, and H2 tellurium. So this will be the order of the dipole moment. Next property I am going to discuss is reducing capacity. Reducing capacity. This reducing capacity means what? Which one is which one is strong reducing agent? Now, what is the meaning of reducing agent? The reducing agent is the one which reduces others. Means if there is, let's say, this is one of the reducing agent, and this is the compound A. This is the compound A. Means this is the agent which will reduce it either by donating hydrogen or removing oxygen. Okay, so here, since I'm talking with respect to hydride, the reducing capacity of the hydrides, then if I write here, first hydride is H2O, second is H2S, H2 selenium, and H2 tellurium, right? So these are the hydrides. Among these, which one will give its hydrogen very easily? Means you have to consider the bond length. Among these, the bond length will be a maximum between a hydrogen and the element. It will be maximum in the case of the this here, because tellurium will be a bigger element, bigger atom, and the bond length between the tellurium and a hydrogen will be bigger compared to the other elements of the group. So here the answer is a best reducing agent is H2 tellurium. Means this is the agent, this is the compound which can give its hydrogen very easily to the other compound. Means a tellurium hydrogen bond is easy to break compared to the other compounds, other hydrides of the group. So this will be the maximum. Means the order of the reducing strength I'm going to write in this manner. The least will be for the oxygen, because oxygen hydrogen bond length will be smaller compared to the other elements of the group. So this is the reducing capacity of the hydrides. Next is boiling point of the hydrides. Boiling point of hydrides, that is H2O, H2S, selenium, H2 selenium, H2 tellurium. Okay, these are the things. Means these are the hydrides um, of the group 16. And on what factor does a boiling point depend? Boiling point is directly proportional to the when der Waals forces of attraction. Okay, Van der Waals forces of attraction, Van der Waals forces of attraction is directly proportional to the molar mass. Means, in short, what I can say is that boiling point is directly proportional to the molar mass. Okay, so boiling point is directly proportional to the Van der Waals force. Means more is the Van der Waals force, more is the boiling point. Or Van der Waals force is directly proportional to the molar mass. Means more is the molar mass, more is the Van der Waals force. Means boiling point is directly proportional to the molar mass. Among these, which one will have the highest molar mass? Obviously, the tellurium hydride will have the highest molar mass. Means if we go according to the um, this trend of the molar masses, then I will have to write the H2O since H2O is having the least molar mass, means among these elements, among these compounds, H2O will have least molar mass, then H2S, then H2 selenium, then H2 tellurium. So boiling point will be maximum for this. But this is not the trend. But this is not the trend because boiling point is also dependent on here. What happens is that there is also a hydrogen bonding which is present. Means hydrogen bonding or a Van der Waals forces. These are the forces which help or which tend to keep the molecules together, like covalent bond or ionic bond tend to keep atoms together. Here Van der Waals forces or the hydrogen bonding tend to keep molecules together. And if there is a formation of the hydrogen bond, then um hydrogen bond is always stronger. Hydrogen bond means it is a force which holds the molecules together. Hydrogen bond is stronger than Van der Waals forces. So when does this hydrogen bond will form? Hydrogen bond, for hydrogen bond to form, it should have a high electronegativity. There should be presence of highly electronegative element. There should be presence of highly electronegative. Means among this, if we check the electronegativity, then oxygen is the one which is having, this is the highly electronegative among this group, highly electronegative. So what will happen in that case, since there is a formation of the hydrogen bonding in the H2O, hydrogen H2O is capable of forming hydrogen bonding. Now hydrogen bonding is something which holds the molecules together. Means if that is the case, if this is the water molecules, if these are the water molecules randomly will be there in the liquid solutions. So how these are held together? A force of attraction between the oxygen and the hydrogen, this way it will be there, right? It will be held together in this manner, and this force is very high compared to the Van der Waals force. So this is capable of forming a hydrogen bond. That's why H2O will have higher boiling point. Okay, then uh, second will be tellurium. After that, actually tellurium should be the highest, right? Tellurium should be the highest. Then it will be the tellurium or H2 tellurium, this hydride, then H2 selenium and H2S. Now here this is having higher because it is capable of forming a hydrogen bond due to the presence of electronegative element, and the rest this order you can write based on the molar mass. This is based on the molar mass. This is having greater boiling point than the other because this is having higher molar mass compared to the other element. So this is the order of the boiling point. Next is melting point. Okay, fourth property with respect to hydrides is melting point. So melting point is of these hydrides H2O, H2S, H2 selenium, and the H2 tellurium. The order will be same, like H2O will have the higher melting point, then tellurium, then selenium, and the H2S. Like this will be the same order of the melting point. This will have highest melting point, but the reason is different. The reason is melting point melting point is directly proportional to the density. Melting point is directly proportional to the density. So as we go down the group, density increases, right? Sorry, density increases. As we go down the group, density increases. And only this is the thing about the melting point. The trend is same of the hydrides of the group 16. The melting point and the boiling point trend is same. But the reason is different because melting point is dependent on the density.